pressure. And joining us now is Democratic Senator Peter Welch of Vermont. Senator, great to have you with us. Lots to talk about. But first, I just want to get your reaction to this new jobs report. Does this resilience mean the U.S. can weather any tariff turmoil?
It definitely doesn't. I mean, in my view, these tariffs are going to be seen by historians as the biggest economic blunder in 100 years. That's how bad they are. You know, our farmers who import fertilizer from Canada, they're getting hammered. Our manufacturers that have to get steel and aluminum, they're getting hammered. And then in addition to that, the uncertainty, you're seeing that have a very negative impact on business and on consumer confidence. So the president is making a very grave mistake here, and he's playing Russian roulette with our economy.
This week, you voted on a measure to rein in many of President Trump's tariffs. It failed to pass the Senate. Are you surprised more of your Republican colleagues aren't trying to take action here?
Well, I actually am. There's two reasons. Number one, constitutionally, it's the Congress that passes taxes, yes or no. And a tariff is a tax. And we've delegated our authority to the president. And that's a mistake. It takes away the checks and balances. That's number one. So all of us, Republican or Democrat, should be sticking up for the right to protect the Constitution. The second is what I just said about Vermont farmers. That's true in Iowa. It's true in Idaho. It's red state, blue state. It's not a distinction. You're getting hammered by these tariffs. So my Republican colleagues are in the same position as Democrats, and that is, do we listen to the clear case that the people we represent are making that, hey, stop these tariffs. They're killing us.
Let's pivot to the big shakeup involving Mike Welch. He's out as National Security Advisor, now nominated to be U.S. Ambassador to the UN. This after he sparked controversy for adding a journalist to a Signal chat about strikes on Yemen. Do you see this as accountability?
No, I mean, clearly not. He'll be held accountable because in this position, he's going to have a confirmation hearing. So obviously the question of Signalgate is going to come up. And, you know, there's a couple of troubling things about Signalgate. First and foremost, the safety of our troops. But second, the ethic of accountability. You know, the men and women in uniform, I take that so seriously, and they take operational security so seriously. Why can't we have our leaders like Hegseth and like Welch take it as seriously as the men and women wearing uniform do? So he's going to face some very, very tough questions in his confirmation hearing.
The vice president was on that Signal chat, and here's how he framed this move.
So he wasn't let go. He is being made ambassador to the United Nations, which, of course, is a Senate-confirmed position. I think you can make a good argument that it's a promotion. If the president wanted to fire him over the Signal thing, which, by the way, was a total nothing burger of a story, he would have just done it. But he actually decided it's better for Mike to be in this new role. He's given Mike the new role. That's it.
Senator, what do you think? Do you buy that framing?
I don't. You know, the vice president's doing a job, stick up for Trump, right or wrong. But the bottom line, it's not a promotion. He was the national security advisor. He sat next to the president. He played a major role. He's going out to the UN. And as we know, the president actually doesn't even have any respect for the UN, regrettably. So, no, it's not a promotion. But the one thing you know about Trump is he does not like to admit a mistake. And that's unfortunate because I think if you made a mistake, when you make one, you can move on. And we saw that was the behavior that Hegseth and Walz did, too, and a so-called nothing burger, as Vice President Vance called it. It certainly was not anything of a nothing burger.
Just quickly, if you will, because you touched on this, do you think Walz is going to have a hard time getting confirmed because of Signalgate?
I do. You know, there's been denial that that was a big deal, and it's a huge deal. They had publicly stated on an open source when, where, and how an attack was going to take place. That is literally giving information that puts our men and women in uniform in jeopardy. That's like rule number one, operational security. They violated that. And then, regrettably, they just denied it. They denied what was totally apparent in the transcriptions of what the Signalgate communications were.
I have to imagine he's going to face a lot of questions about the use of Signal in the Trump administration, as we showed the picture of him still using that app during the Trump cabinet meeting earlier this week. Senator Peter Welch, appreciate your perspective. Thank you for joining us with your insights.
Thank you very much.